What's up, Bulldogs? All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about the advice that I would give to someone that they don't like, okay? The advice, the number one piece of advice I would give someone that if they could understand this advice, okay? If I could get across them, it would change their lives forever. If you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls you want, how to go from the victim mindset to the Bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something you're interested in, click that subscribe button. Click the bell, guys, so you get notifications because YouTube likes to hide my videos. You know why. All right, so you're probably not gonna see them if you don't hit the notification bell. Go turn it on. And also, if you don't mind, click the like button. YouTube algorithm tends to like the like button. So if you click that, it'll just take you a second, doesn't cost you anything. It will improve this channel and the views, and I'll be able to make more and more awesome content. All right. If you haven't already taken the Bulldog quiz, it's up in the corner here. Go take it real quick. 10 questions will tell you what your Bulldog score is, and I'll give you some information on how to improve various areas of your life where you're lacking. All right, now I'm going to read you this email I got, and I've got a lot of emails like this, but this one was well written. He says, "Dear Mr. Sanmez, I know you're very busy and get a lot of emails, so this will only take 60 seconds. My name is Michael, and I'm an aspiring entrepreneur in the tech and self-development space. I've bought quite a few of your courses, and I really look up to you, especially in the fields of finance and entrepreneurship." By the way, guys, that's an awesome way to structure an email. Also, notice that he said, "I bought a few of your courses," all right, and then he sent the email. This is a little tactic that I use, just a little quick side note, a little tip. If I want to get in touch with someone and I want them to respond to my email, what I usually do is I go buy their course and then I immediately email them and say, "Hey, I just bought your course." Pretty much, you're going to get like a 90% response rate when you do that. So just a little tip if you want to try and get a hold of someone who's maybe at a level that you'd like to get to, or you want to reach out to someone who has some level of clout or some level of influence, that's a good way to do it. All right, so he says here, "If you have the time, I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this question. Of all the people you've helped and all the people that have reached out to you for help, what is the number one thing you can't seem to get across to them that would change their lives if you could? I totally understand if you're too busy to reply. Even a 1 to 2 line response will make my day. Thank you very much and great luck to you." So here's the thing, right? This is something that a lot of people don't like to hear, okay? Because I'll have coaching clients, right, who have paid me money, all right, a lot of money, to coach them on how to build a business, how to become successful in real estate investment, successful with women, you know, how to get in shape, and they want results, okay? And so that's why they're paying me the big bucks, is because they want me to deliver them results, and I want to deliver you results. Of course I do. So when they ask me a question like this, or even before they ask me a question like this, I end up saying this thing because it's so important, okay? Because I'm not going to hold back. One thing about me is, like, I will tell you the truth, okay? I don't care if I'm going to lose you as a client, because it's my job to kick your ass, all right, and to tell you the hard truth that other people aren't going to tell you. And you might not like it, and that's fine, okay? But if I don't do that, I am doing you a disservice. So here's the thing. This is what I tell them. Don't focus on the results. Instead, focus on the work, and the work itself has to be enough. Even if you never get results, the work itself has to be enough for you. And this is where their jaw drops and they start to get upset and they say, but John, I want to be successful. I want to make money. That's why I paid you money. It's so I can make money. Or I want to get the girls. I want to be successful at that. That's why I paid you money. It's so you can show me how to do that. You can teach me these things. This is why I'm here. I'm not here to just do the work and not get any kind of result. All right. And I get it. Okay. And let me tell you, I, for the most part, we'll be able to get you a result if you're willing to do the work, okay? But if your focus is on the result, it's in the wrong place, and you're probably not going to become successful because it's the wrong place to focus, and it's not going to make you fulfilled or happy in life, all right? And that's more important, because you can have all this success and you can have all the results you want, but if you are miserable, what does it matter? If you're unfulfilled in life, what does it matter? And I say this from personal experience because I have had a lot of success. I've reached a lot of my goals. I've achieved a lot of my goals. I've done a lot of things that I thought were impossible. And before my mindset changed, before I had the Bulldog mindset, okay, I did these things and it made my life worse, not better, okay? Because I realized how pointless life was. Because I was looking for something to fulfill me, and it wasn't, because no matter what you achieve, no matter what you get, right? It doesn't matter. It's who you become. And that's what the work is about. So again, I can tell you, I have a lot of coaching clients that have huge success, right? I was just talking to one of my coaching clients yesterday that's doing about $50,000 a month in his business of almost pure profit. All right. And, you know, we've been working together for about 2.5 years. So he's achieved amazing results. Okay. But even him, I had a talk with him early on. And I said, look, I'm going to give you the best advice that I can. Okay. I've been successful. I've built a lot of businesses. I've helped a lot of people build businesses and to make money. I've invested in real estate. I've done the things that you want to do. And I'm going to give you the best advice that I know how to give you about that. But even with that, in that advice, you still can't be focused on the result. The result cannot be the thing that drives you. It has to be the work itself. That has to be enough. And your focus has to be on the work. Okay. And who you become in that process, because that's the thing that's actually going to bring you fulfillment in life. And that's ironically, okay, or maybe paradoxically, going to bring you the result as well. If you're focused on the result, you won't get the result, or you're going to have a lot less chance of getting that result. The reason why I say this, or why I answer this question, he said, you know, of all the people that have reached out to you for help, what is the number one thing you can't seem to get across that would change their lives so they could? I can't seem to get this across to a lot of people. They don't want to accept this. Maybe you're watching this video and you don't want to accept this. You're like, no, the results are the only thing that matters. Okay. To some degree, that's true. There'd be probably times where I say results are the only thing that matters. Okay. But when you look at things and the truth of things, right? There's different angles that you approach things. Okay. And there's a results are the only thing that matters angle. There's certain places where that applies, certain contexts where that applies. But in the bigger scope of life, of being successful in life, what matters is who you become. What matters is the work that you put in, and what matters is the work itself. Like that has to be enough for you, because if it's not enough for you, you're going to give up. Okay. I've coached a lot of entrepreneurs. Okay. I've been an entrepreneur for a while. I've been at the verge of giving up. I've seen people give up. I've seen people fail that have stopped 5 feet from gold. Why did they give up? Because they were focused on the result, because the result wasn't coming fast enough, or they didn't see the result at all, and the work wasn't enough for them. And so they stopped the work and they focused so much on the result that they didn't actually get enough work done. That they didn't do the thing that actually matters, because what gets you the result is the work. And here's the thing you guys have to understand. This is why I say this as well, is because we don't control the result. The result isn't up to you or I. Okay. What is up to us is the work that we put in. The result either comes or doesn't, right? You know, I learned a lot of this from playing poker. Poker teaches you this. I was playing poker at a semi-professional level at one point, where I was basically making a living playing poker. That was kind of the thing I was going to think I thought I was going to do. I eventually abandoned that plan. Okay. But while I was really seriously into poker, all right, what I learned was that you have to focus on making the right plays. That's the only thing that matters. Mathematically correct plays. That's what you do, and playing the game as perfectly as possible. And even when you play perfectly as possible, a lot of times you're going to get a bad result, right? Because it's odds, right? If you have a 25% chance of winning the hand and you play it mathematically correct, okay, and the pot odds are in your favor, the expected value is in your favor, it's a positive EV move, okay? If you know what I'm talking about, that's okay. It just means that if you would do this move 100 times, that you would benefit from it. It would be a positive value that you would expect to get from it, okay? If that's the case, you have to make the play, even though 75% of the time you're going to lose. So you're going to lose while making the correct play. And then also in poker, you're going to make the wrong play, and sometimes you're going to win. You're going to get lucky. All right. So, but that's how life is. There's actually a really good book by Annie Duke called Thinking in Bets. She was a professional poker player. We'll put a link up in the cards here. Go check that out. All right. And you can see she basically lives her life that way, the same way I live my life. But this is so important of a concept for you to understand. Okay. Because you can't control the results. And like I said, it's not just about that. It's about who you become, right? If the work is enough for you, if you put your heart into the work, if the work is what you're focused on, you're going to be fulfilled. Okay. Because results won't fulfill you. Results will make you happy at some point. When I made my first $1 million, it felt good. I felt happy. I thought it was going to be a lot better than it was. I thought I was going to be sipping champagne and living the high life and just basking in my glory. Okay. But it didn't happen. Guess what? I woke up the next day and I had to deal with the same problems in life. I was still the same person. Okay. So it's not going to make you fulfilled. So you're chasing these results. You think that if you make this business, you think if you're making, if I was making $50,000 a month in my business, I would be happy. No, you won't be. You at first you will, but actually you're going to gradually get there. So you won't even notice it. Okay. It's like boiling a frog slowly. All right. And then what's going to happen is it's going to become old hat to you. You're going to become desensitized to that. Okay. And you're still going to face life. And what's going to happen actually is you're going to become disappointed, disillusioned, because you set this big goal, right? And you thought if you got this result that you'd be happy. And then you realize that it didn't make you happy. And now you're sad now because you're disappointed. Okay. Now you're worse than when you started. But if instead you're focused on who you become and you set your goals based on who you want to become in life, and you're focused on the work and the work is enough for you, then you're happy to do the work. And you are going to be fulfilled because you always can do the work. Okay. And then the results come or they don't come. You have faith. You know that if you continue to do the right thing, you're putting yourself in the position to get the best possible results possible, even though you don't have control over the results. Again, this is very much a Stoic philosophy, a Stoic way of thinking about things, right? You really want to focus on the thing that you have control over. And you don't have control over the results. You never will. What you do have control over is the work that you put in. Okay. And if that's enough for you in life, you will be fulfilled because you can always put in the work, right? You can always take pride in doing the work, right? There have been so many times in my life making YouTube videos when I first started making the channel. Even now, like I don't get nearly as many views as I feel like I should get, or the channel doesn't really grow as much as I like, but it doesn't matter. I'm still making videos. I'm still putting in the work. Right? I do it on Instagram too. I hardly get any kind of follows on Instagram. I put in a ton of work. I make 6 posts a week where I write an essay every single day. If you haven't followed my Instagram, go check it out. Okay. I'm putting in the work. Okay. The results, it doesn't matter. The work itself is what I need to do. And that's what I'm focused on. So that's really, really the key, guys. Also, speaking of putting in the work and developing yourself. Okay. Go check out Bulldog Mindset membership if you haven't. Just $7 for the first month. All right. There's a link down below. Go sign up if you haven't. Okay. There's a lot of guys in there that are putting in the work. One of the things that is really important is being around other people who have this mindset, who have this Bulldog mindset, who aren't just focused on the results. Okay. I've got a whole community in there. We've got a Discord server. We've got a Facebook group. I've got lessons every single week to get you the results. Okay. To teach you what you need to know on how to build a business, how to invest in real estate, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls and the social interactions, and to develop your social skills, overcome social anxiety, all those things that I've learned, I've packaged them in there, and I continue to put out lessons every single week and new content and book summaries and all that stuff. So go check it out if you haven't already. Okay. And that is going to help you to focus on the work because there's other guys in there that are doing that. But again, like I said, the most important piece of advice that I give you guys that a lot of people don't want to listen to is this. And you might be watching this video and saying, yeah, John, that's nice. And you can say that being a millionaire and having all these things and having the results. Okay. But if you were like me and you're poor or you had a bad situation, if you could get the results, then that would change your life dramatically and you'd be happy. My answer is no, because you don't know my past. You don't know where I started. I didn't have a lot as a kid. I didn't have any advantage in life. Okay. I went from being poor to a degree. I went from being broke myself to this, and I seen every step along the way. So I can tell you already, right? I retired young. I retired at 33 years old. Okay. It was one of the most miserable days of my life. Okay. Or time periods. You can check out the video. I did a video on this, how I retired at 33, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't get this, if you don't understand this, it's fine. You might think that I'm full of crap, that you would treat things differently, but believe me, I see this time and time again. Right? Every single successful entrepreneur. I was just talking to a guy who interviewed me on his podcast, who's a really, really big time successful entrepreneur, and he said the same thing. Almost every single guy that I've talked to that is really successful said the same thing. They retired at some age, quote retired, were financially independent, and they went through a state of depression because they realized that it's not the result that matters. It's the work. You have to focus on the work. And so if you want to get the result, okay, again, like I said, it's paradoxical. You have to focus on the work, and that has to be enough. If it's not enough, you're going to give up. You're not going to have the motivation. You're not going to have the fulfillment that you need in life to actually get there and get the result. The results come or they don't, but the best way to get the result is to put in the work.